Hey there. Thanks for tapping in this video. I appreciate your time and your attention. I know that your attention is very valuable as it is what's ultimately is going to make you money. So I'll make sure that this video is not going to waste that attention away and that you will actually get value through this. So you might be skeptical of what I mentioned, of what I said, of how to land 10K clients in 44 days. But it is possible. And I know it's possible because I have done it myself. So let me tell you a bit of my story. So I was a burned out night shifter and a university student in the Philippines. So I'm from a third world country, and I was raised in a way that everyone believed you needed to go to a good college, land a high paying job, and retire with a good pension. And I was in that path, like I was kind of just following everyone else. I was in the top university in the Philippines, University of the Philippines, and I was on my way to law school to become a lawyer. And many people thought that I was living a dream life, but it was really a nightmare for me. I was working a customer service job from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. And then I would wake up at around 10 a.m. So I needed to rest. I had about, like 5 hours sleep, 6 hours, 4 hours, like roughly 4 to 6 hours. And then I would go to class, go to school, and then I would do that over and over again. And people thought that this was success, but really it was not good for the health and for everything in general. And so I didn't want to continue, and I was looking for a way out. And so on February 19, I started writing on X. So I recently read Nicholas Cole's The Art and Business of Online Writing, and I was inspired to write online. So I started writing on X, and I just did it for fun. I always loved writing, and I just did it for like self-improvement reasons. But then after like a couple of like days, a couple of weeks, so about a month, I blew up from 100 followers, which were people, my friends, people I didn't know about, to 700 followers, which was like insane to me because, I didn't expect growth to happen that fast. So I started getting interested in making money online through online writing. So I took it more seriously, and I decided to go all in. And I took a break from university. I'm in a leave of absence even as we speak, or like as I record this video, as I publish this video. And then I explored the world of money Twitter. So there's this space in Twitter where people make money through copywriting, ghostwriting, coaching, all that stuff. And I bought Danco's 2-Hour Writer. So special shout out to Danco right there. He inspired me too. He's a great guy. He's like very educational. I mean, one of the reasons why I started like doing this video type form thing is because of him. Like he inspired me a lot. And so I bought that, but I didn't really, it doesn't really teach you. Well, there was a chapter of making money, but it was video form and I didn't really watch it. But yeah, I did that, and I just continued writing, and I eventually joined Jack Moses' cohort. So shout out to Jack Moses as well. He's one of my good friends and mentor. He really helped me get out of my shell, become a better like creator in general. And when I joined this cohort, he talked about the path of monetization. And so this is where it comes in on how you can make money online is first you learn a skill, a high value skill, copywriting, ghostwriting, landing page thing making, video editing, anything really. And then after you learn that skill, you sell. So you do freelancing a little bit, and then you sell that skill in by means of coaching. So you coach someone through on how to ghostwrite, how to copyright, how to video edit, and then after you do that, you would go do cohorts. So coaching is one-to-one, so you go a bigger route, cohorts one-to-many, and then eventually you would make a course so that it's just do it yourself, right? You just give them the course and they can do it themselves. And that's what Jack Moses does. So if you haven't checked out Jack Moses, he did ghostwriting, he did coaching first, and then cohorts. I was part of his cohort, his last cohort, and now he's just selling a course. And that was the path that I also wanted to take. So since I was familiar with Nicholas Cole's work, because the reason why I got into online writing is Nicholas Cole's on the art and business of online writing. He has this this course called Premium Ghostwriting Academy. So I joined that too. So I just went. I mean, I mentioned again, I went all in here, right? I'm that type of guy who will make something work. I'm not taking it slow. Like, I want immediate results in a way. Of course, that's not possible, but I will do anything in my power as long as I can do it to get the results that I want. So in total, so I spent about $12,000 doing those things, doing all the courses, doing all the coaching. It was really expensive, and I only had $5,000 at that time, but there were plans, and especially Premium Ghostwriting Academy, they promised that you would be able to land a client in 2 months, 8 weeks, they say, and you will earn $10K per month. So if you do a little bit of napkin math in there, it will make sense, right? If you do a plan and I will still have enough money because I'll be able to land a client. That was my reasoning, which turned out great, right? Now, I'm not telling you to do the thing that I did. If you don't have money, you probably shouldn't do that, right? Especially if you're you have a family or you need to live. I was a stupid college kid, right? I had a lot of family issues. I didn't have anything really to lose. I just wanted purpose in life. I was just looking for something meaningful in my life. So I was willing to do this. I was willing to not go to university, to be a broke ass college kid, 21-year-old in the streets. I was willing to do that. I'm not telling you to do that, but yeah. Okay, so now we're in the ghostwriting realm. I launched my ghostwriting offer. So in Premium Ghostwriting Academy, they teach you how to make educational email courses. So educational email courses are 5-day emails. So they're spread out. So if you sign up, so just an example, look down below. I have a link there, and that's my educational email course. That's the third one that I made. So basically what's going to happen there is if you sign up there, you're going to get the 5 emails spread out. Well, there's a fast forward link in case you want to read them all. But basically, you're going to be educated on 5 subtopics of a major topic. So what I'm going to link down below is the process. So it's an email course of this exact same thing about how I landed 12.5K clients, right? So I'm going to link that down there, and you can check it out. You can see how it goes. So I launched my first one, which is the personal branding coach playbook. Actually, I'm going to link that down there below too. Now, I thought that when I launch my EEC, it's going to be fantastic. People are going to go up to me and ask me, please take my money, Nathaneal. Please, please, please ghostwrite for me. I thought that was what was going to happen. Like, but I didn't. Nothing happened. No one booked a call. No one reached out to me. Nothing happened. It was just a good post. It was not a viral post, but it did well. It just didn't make me sales. So I was doubtful, right? I mean, imagine spending $12,000, not completely, but in installments. Imagine the potential of being in debt and not having clients. Dude, I was lost at that time. It was a horrible, horrible place. It was a dark place. I remember just like having sleepless nights at times. And I just trusted the process. I just kept on going. I kept on going. I kept on executing. I did everything that I could. Ask anyone if they needed an EEC. Everyone in my network, absolutely everyone. Luckily, I would say it's really luck because it wasn't something that I planned out. One of the people in my network who I became friends with on X, when I was just like having fun with it, right? He was interested in my offer. And then I was like, okay, let's hop on a call. So we hop on a call. And after a few negotiations, he agreed to be my ghost, to be my client. And it blew my mind. Like nothing was happening. And then suddenly everything happened. Like it's like that feeling is unexplainable to people who are not pursuing entrepreneurship. So if you are an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying. If you're not, just imagine you've been wishing for something for so long, but you know that it's like, imagine like you're wishing for Santa Claus to go to your house, and you know that Santa Claus isn't real, but then you go out on Christmas and like everyone's asleep, you go out and you see him in your chimney, like whatever, you see him in his house. That's like insane, right? You would like lose it. I mean, for me at least, I was like astounded. I just froze. I didn't even know if it was real. It was real. It happened. So it's crazy. But yeah, going back, I was able to close my client. And that was 44 days, and it looked like an overnight success, but it wasn't. It was a lot of sweat, a lot of blood, not blood, but a lot of tears, a lot of sweat and tears. So now we can go into the juicy part of the 5-step plan. It took quite some time. So for you to make 10K per month writing online as a ghostwriter, first, or as a business in general, this will work in any business. First, you want to do market research. So you want to know what people want. And the best way for you to do market research is not to ask people what they need. That's a bad idea, because if you ask people, would you rather have a salad or chocolate? They would say, I'd rather have a salad. But 99% of the time, if they're in the groceries and they see a salad and they see chocolate, they're most likely going to buy the chocolate. First, because it's cheaper. Second, because like they love it. It's more addicting. So, instead of trying to like ask people what they need, in my opinion, it's better to just observe and see what people actually need. And when you communicate properly to people that you need this, they'll actually buy it from you when you offer it. So you do market research, and then you position yourself as someone who stands out and who doesn't have a competition, basically. So the next thing you want to do is specify what is it that you do. So I give an example here. It's like, if you say I ghostwrite for people, that's very broad. But if you say I ghostwrite high value threads for burned out tech people so that they can get more sales or they can get more clients, that is very specific. Now you're removing some of the people because you're just marketing yourself for tech people, but because of that, you become the go-to person for tech people who want viral threads, not any other thing, not a book, not blogs, not emails, viral threads, high value threads. So when you specify that, you show that you're an expert and that you're the go-to person. So that's step number 2. Step number 3 is you want to put your name out there, right? Now that you have an offer, now that you have a good standout positioning, you want to find a way for people to know that. You want to broadcast that, hey, I'm the go-to person. So there are 3 ways for you to do that. First, you want to talk about viral stuff, about things that people already know. Why? Because if people are already familiar for a topic, they will already read your stuff, right? For example, if you look at my Twitter right now, you look at my profile. My pinned tweet is like, I don't know if you're watching this in the future, but one of my pinned tweets is Russell Brunson, right? And I talk about funnels. Now, I talk about Russell Brunson because the people who I want to attract, who are businesses and agencies and coaches, know about Russell Brunson because I improve people's funnels and I want to attract people who wants funnels. And so people who wants funnels already know about funnels, so they know about the king of funnels, Russell Brunson. So because I talk about him, I already get people to read my stuff and get familiar with me. Next thing I want to do is build authority. So when I build authority, basically what I'm doing here is like this video. I'm showing you how to do it. I'm showing you how to do things. I'm solving your problems. And I'm showing authority that, hey, I'm the guy who can solve your problems. That's another content that you need to make. And finally, they know you, they trust you. They know you because of the viral stuff that you write. They trust you because of the authority stuff, the solving the problems content that you do. Now they need to like you. And that's when the personality comes in. That's when you need to post just your pure personality. If you're a funny guy, write about funny things. If you're a cool guy, post your cool photos. If you're a pretty girl, post about a pretty photo. It's like, you show that you're a person, right? And it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to remove separate posts. One post could be you're talking about the Russell Brunson post I mentioned. I was talking about Russell Brunson, but I was talking also about how I closed how I close 5-figure deals for my clients. And then I talk about my process and I show my personality. So yeah, post like that would be great because it makes people know you, it makes people trust you, and it makes them like you. All right, moving forward. Next, you want to have direct access to people. So this can be done 2 ways, email or DMs. So I'll go first to the email part, which is basically like a newsletter. You want to have a newsletter when you're writing online. And the reason why you want to do this is because X is a very messy place. And especially recently, as the time as I publish this, shadow bans happen. What are shadow bans? Shadow bans are things like when they feel like you're a bot. So you do something weird that I don't really know how to explain it, but they call it engagement farming. So when you're looking for engagement, but not really providing value, which is very vague. just goes to show you is that X is just unpredictable. It's crazy. It's a crazy world. And if you rely, if you just rely on that, you when you get shadow banned or when you get suspended, you will not have audience anymore. They will not know where you are, what you're going through. But if you have a newsletter, there's no way for anyone to take those emails away from you. You can take it, if you have a newsletter, you can take those emails, put it somewhere, keep it so that you can contact these people. Oh my God, I got blocked on X, which is exactly what happened to my good friend Henry Wolf. So if you check out X, there's a guy named Henry Wolf. He got suspended. He had 1,700 followers or 1,600, and he got suspended just because he got suspended because he was evading suspension. How crazy is that, right? He got suspended, and he emailed everyone in his email list, and he was able to go back to I think 300 in a day, or maybe more or less 300 on a day. If he didn't have that, then he'd have to start from scratch, right? He'd have to go from zero again and try to go to 700, 1,700, which took him months. Now he's like in 300. I don't know how many followers he has now, but it's easier to like grow again if something happens. And you just get immediate access to your audience. Unlike Twitter, you are in the mercy of the almighty algorithm. So if you post something, even if people follow you, they won't necessarily see it. But if you have their emails and you send them an email, unless they unsubscribe, they will receive that email, right? That's another one. You have direct access. Finally, you want to have a newsletter because it's easier to pitch in a newsletter. Most of the time, people expect pitches in the newsletter, but when you try to just pitch over and over again in the social media feed, people are just going to think that you're after their money and that you're not actually here to provide value. I mean, you have to understand again that people in social media are bored, selfish, and just want entertainment. So if you just talk about your product and you talk about your offer, then they're just not going to trust you anymore. So it's better to have that on the emails. And next thing, you do the exact same thing on DMs, but it's just more individualized, right? You want to make it as individualized as possible when you reach out to people. Make them feel like they matter, that you're just not pitching them, that you actually know them, actually care for them, and that when you offer something, you know it will help them. Don't offer something just to make money. It's so stupid to hear when salesmen say, I can sell ice to an Eskimo. Why would you sell ice to an Eskimo? Like they need heaters. They need like hot stuff. They need hot chocolate. They need coffee, right? Don't sell ice to an Eskimo. That's just, it's not salesmanship. Making money is not about tricking people. It's about helping people in exchange for their hard-earned money. So if you're going to pitch someone in the DMs, before you go to their DMs, actually think if they do need your product. Because if you're pitching ghostwriting services and they're a writer and they just want to write, they don't really, because some writers do need ghostwriters if they're busy working on other stuff. But if they're a writer who wants to write their own stuff and don't need it shows that they don't need your help because they're doing well. Why would you offer your ghostwriting services, right? Think before you pitch. And again, not even pitch. Think before you communicate. If you want to make friends, but don't pitch people who don't need your product. So those are the 5 steps. Normally, you want to be like the best advice that I could give people is to make friends and study problems. So you want to identify the problems of people and solve them with your skill. And make friends because you want people to trust you, and your friends trust you, right? It's easier to tell your friend, hey, I can do this for you, but I'll need, I can do this for you and I care for you and I want to help you. They'll normally just give you money because, they do also want to help your business. So those are the 5 steps. I lay them out more specifically in the email course below. And I mean, let me know if you have any questions. I'd be happy to talk to them. If I missed anything, feel free to go in the comments, say what you think, and if you want to add anything. I This is more of a rant, so I'm probably like gonna make this more organized next time. I do have a script, or I wrote a script. I didn't follow it because I like to talk about anything that I want. But yeah, I enjoyed this, making videos like this. Let me know if you enjoy watching them. If people start unsubscribing in my YouTube channel and people start unfollowing me, it's probably a sign that these videos suck. So I will try to see to it what happens with that. But yeah, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your attention again. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe. That would really help, just boost my ego. And yeah, see you soon. I'm going to have a bunch of podcasts coming in, also a bunch of tweets. So go follow me on Twitter if you're on YouTube. And if you're on Twitter, go follow me. Go DM me if you have like something to say, good things, not pitch. Like right now, unless you have a very valuable offer, I'm probably not going to reply to you. So sorry to the people in my DMs. But yeah, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your attention. And I'm here to support you with your business goals on X and on social media. So yeah, I'll see you soon.